Good build up, Harry.
Yeah, man. I wanted the music to like play us out of that one, but
no,
you know, that was probably my bad.
It's kind of like a walk off, you know, like mic drop situation here. Speaking of dropping it, big bombs, Yompy, whatever you want to call him. Well, definitely gets the shorter end of that stick.
Oh, yeah, they didn't know Mantu was on the logs either, so they're fighting deep B, but Mantu peeks out for a kill. Alu gets away with one and his life. But a man down our Ence. And you know what that CT side is like on Inferno. OG slowing it down means Ence don't want to rotate. They don't want to move. They don't want to be caught by a lurker. 2 up on A, dropping off the balk. That might be info for Ence here. Expecting a bit of a B play. They'll have to cross past Sunny, so he will get that info ahead of time. There's the head poking out, Sunny. Ooh. Oh, dinked back, and that's a real problem. Now Ence can't go for that mid-info as freely. Ariel's still in the boiler, and so maybe he can put up a fight on short side as Sunny baits them in, but he goes all the way back to A, and OG have grouped. They're at least walking into the stack somewhat, but it's only 2 players. Ariel immediately domed. Issa keeps it up as hoped, and now it's all on Sunny. Low HP, wrapped through the long smoke, and that's a great pistol round for OG. Locked and loaded. They found 2 for 2 back on Dust. And they start things off as such.
Now they know Alu's here. He's tempted, and MBK's like, nah, mate. You're not getting into this one at all. You're not even putting up more than one. And so OG, they do find the pistol here. Now, Ence, they tried to keep that like confidence going in that pistol round there, you know, like with the banana push, with how they're set up in top mid, but you saw how much it costed them immediately. And so I do think the fact that OG are not going to be giving them that respect to kind of play this very aggressive, very confident style of CS, that's going to bode well for OG, right? They've set a precedent right away that going for those very outlandish Dust 2-esque plays is not going to be tolerated here on Inferno. And there is this force buy back in from Ence. I think for the ultimate confidence booster, you really need to find this conversion if you are OG. And they're kind of helped out by the fact that Ence have stacked 4 over in the apartments while this is a B play. Sunny not able to get anything done. And I hate to say it, I really do, but that might just be a save at this point in time.
Ah, yes, for an Inferno after all. It wouldn't be Inferno without the second round save coming through immediately. And yeah, I like that setup for OG as well. They don't throw the standard CT smoke, they throw the deep one. We see Furia do that a lot. And the close wall smoke to shield you from new box as well. So Alexibi is able to freely run, kill that CT player, and then still be smoked off from any spawn rotate. OG finding the conversion once again. They did so as well on the previous, both times, with no issue, going 6-0 up off the back of these pistols. Well, that would be a great start for OG, and one that should be expected as well. For OG, 60% of the rounds that they win on Inferno are T-sided. So that's pretty good maths right there for them, considering that's where they start as well. So expecting a winning half, a strong half here to start for OG. They'll need it if they want to get back into this series. Mirage as the finisher. Right now the Finns are just saving. One more eco to go through with the saved weapons before they'll have a buy. And OG continue with the SMGs, looking to make some money on the way.
Sunny's got a Zeus as well. Where's he going to try and use that? He's over at B. When I think Zeus, I don't think B site. So I'm curious what the game plan is. The nades are already pretty devastating. There's the response from Ence. And that's a pretty good return. You know, you'll take that.
All 3 nades.
But that's given up the aim of the game, right? They see those go over and immediately OG are like, well, 3 nades from B means there's probably at least 3 players there. There's actually more than 3 there. There's 4. And so for any number fans, you'll know that that is indeed true. Alu here over at this A-bomb site, trying to hold down mid. And once again, he's delivering with the scout. This is a lot of damage from Alu. And now the rest of Ence, the rest of Ence, are flanking down through Banana. There's ants all over the Banana man. And now they move on in, up through the top of middle. Alu has started this round off in a very, very good way for the Finns. And now we look towards the rest of them to try and put that killing blow into the round. Everyone, apart from MBK, is extremely low. There's the first peek from the man with full HP, laying down some cover in fire short side. Valder in the sight, flashed off the angle, hounded down by Yampi. From down in the pit, MBK will put up one, but Aerial, he's suddenly snuffed them all out. MBK trying to lock it in, and he can't, but there's no time for the defuse. That's a little bit heartbreaking if you're Ence.
Oh dear, MBK, he just saves them. He only gets 2 kills in the round, but both those kills are on the players trying to get on the bomb. Yampi gets a kill onto Valder at the back of the site, instantly traded. MBK getting another one, and Ence just all falls apart, even though Aerial finds a great mowdown with a MAC-10. There's just no time in the round. And yeah, okay, for OG, you could look at that in both ways, like, oh, they lose everyone, that's a bit of a shame. But they had a bad buy, man. They had SMGs and a Galil. Now they can upgrade and get AKs, and the AWP on Mantu as well. So that's actually a really good round for MBK to pick up, as Ence give it their all, but it's not enough. Mantu threw the Molotov. Missing shot onto Alu, who will go back for more. Dangerous decision. He knows the AWP is out in mid already. Mantu's not going back for a fight, though. Re-smoke in the middle. And even the Apps nade from short side, from Aerial, lands onto Issa. Standard setup here for Ence, right? OG elevated pace towards A because they noticed triple nades on B, but Ence won't be giving away any such stacks. It's a fast play up long. Flashed out is Alu. Alexi B takes him down. Now up to the Apps player, throwing grenades. MBK sees them fly from his hands, and he will steal them right back. The A site falling for Ence, and what is really, again, having to be a save here. Best case scenario. Sonny can grab the AWP, but no way you give this one a look in. OG 4-0 up. Really strong start to the map.
Yeah, and it just feels like Ence aren't entirely ready for the speed and pace at which OG are trying to set. These Apps plays, right? They're Alexi's bread and butter. And so that one, you know, catching Aerial off guard, lining up utility while Long is compromised. That feels like a bit of a blunder there, right? You know, like he's trying to delay the push, and in doing so, digs the hole even deeper for Ence. So a pretty commanding start from OG here on their map pick. They go 4-0 up, and they're yet to really be tested. Like, okay, yeah, that third round, it got pretty scary, you know, only up against the Force Buy. Oh, we got another one rolling in. Look at that. Look at Hugo, man. Look at you, bro. You look majestic. Are you riding me?
Well, that's one way of putting it. Maybe you're carrying me on your back to safety. Who knows, Harry?
Yeah, that would be riding though, wouldn't it?
Well, you know, you said it, not me.
Right now it's OG riding high, riding hard, and looking to take their map pick by storm. Once again, it's another heavy B stack out of spawn for Ence, and they do now eventually decide against it. Dumping in a bit of utility down the banana, but man, those nades find absolutely nothing. OG, though, they did see all this utility, and already they've got their suspicions. So Ence are like trying to bait OG away from the B site by dropping all those nades early on, and now sending the rest of the gang back into A. They're hoping that when they see all that utility storming down banana, they hear all those shots getting fired off, then maybe that deters Ence from or OG rather, from hitting this B site. And it might have worked.
SMG spotted in Apps as info for Issa. Double long setup, but the motor smoke going down to set OG up for what could be another Apps play. Come to expect it. And Ence will as well. Aerial's got to do a lot of heavy lifting. He's got Sergey to draw the attention in from the site as well. And he's actually going to flash him back in. This could be perfect. MBK is walking down the hallway. Flash into mid. Alu going wide with a kill. Alexi is gone. There's the pop for Aerial. He gets away with one. Spots a second. Now the rotates can come through. Ence know that this is a commitment for OG. And with 30 seconds on the clock, there's no reason to turn around. They've got to keep going into the depths of depravity. Sergey with a nothing on the site. And Alu now cut off on long. The orb's even posted on him. Valde's going to go for the plant, and Ence will fall out as the molly hits them, setting up for the retake here in this 3-on-3. There is still a late lurk in apartments for Issa. He could put the knife in the back right now as Sunny has come up short. Timing is everything. Valde is above the boxes. They don't realize yet. And Yampi in through the long smoke with that opening kill. They know Mantu's on the site, but where is the third? It's Issa all along behind, and Sunny is ready, watching his back. OG fall in the post plant, and Ence, lovely little retake there, especially backing off with the orb, not rushing into that one and waiting for Sunny to come up short side. Little things like that flash for Sergey, popping Aerial into the apartments. That's great information for Ence, right? They know the hit is coming through 100%. Just a few seconds before OG wanted that to be telegraphed, right? It could have been a fake off the back of just 2 players in middle, but once they've seen 4, well, that's all the info you need. Again, the 4B though, Harry.
Yeah, really trying to set this precedent that Banana is just off the cards. But when you've got 4B, you sacrifice on the A-hold. And so Alu has got to do it all, almost through the smoke. Alexa B is chasing him down. Alu, remember this one? Mac 10 gets up in his face, and Sergey will trade. But the rest of OG have already spilled out of the apartments. And for Ence, these quad B stacks, they might have just stopped on the back of that play there. OG, more specifically Alexa B, with a great read as to what's going on, you know, looking to exploit the fact that so many bodies are B-bound in the beginning of the round. And yeah, he does burn out Issa, so maybe they're Sunny's coming back, like, all right, I was saving, but let's go. Let's one more time, baby. We'll come in with this retake. Let's give it another try. Fresh out of retirement and into the site once again. Sunny was looking to go and live out the rest of his days in that studio suite in the apartments, and now might wish he did that, as it's fallen onto Yampi all alone. They get enticed back in by burning out Issa, but up against a well-entrenched OG, they can't do anything.
Yeah, that's a kicker for Ence as well. That's all their money gone off the back of that round. Not what they wanted, but yeah, you feel like when you get that free kill, you almost feel silly to call a save at that point, so you understand why Ence want to go back for it. But yeah, perfect call for Alexa B, as you said, realizing that Ence have been heavy B early. We often just see 3 players B with grenades, not 4. That's quite the stack, and doing it in back-to-back rounds was the right move, or was the time for OG to make that fast move on A. Nades down middle. It's a bit of a broken buy for Ence. They're relying on the scout to hold cover, but oh dear, nothing to be seen and everything to be killed by OG. They're going to win all the fights, and the round's done in the blink of an eye. 6-1. The push down mid does not work for Ence, but they do have money just waiting in the wings.
And now we see, like, if that 4-man B stack actually has just been eroded out of the game on the back of these fast mid plays, you know, and I reckon it has. Like, already, there's no one really looking at B. In fact, the B players don't even look interested in B anymore, and I can't say I blame them. They do just go back to the kind of standard 3-2 split between A and B. And wouldn't you know it, OG now looking like they want to give some love to the Banana. This is some great conditioning from Alexa B. Like, playing around what Ence are trying to do to disrupt the game plan for OG and just turning it against them, turning their own reads into Ence's biggest problems. Now Ali will begin an early rotate, B-ward bound. OG still have plenty of time. They don't have to commit, but they're just going to. They just run the gauntlet, and Alexa B annihilates Sunny. Ali was waiting for like 20 years for that shot, and he finally decides to take it, but misses, and now they just rush him down. The B site is gone. And man, wouldn't it have been nice if there were 4 players there for Ence? Alexa B lives in their heads, man, rent-free. This guy's got a hell of a deal.
Landlords come knocking though. Sergey dropping the exits, but they're going to hunt him down. They got the money to do so, and he hasn't got the ammo to hold off, so just Aerial in the library. Man, when Alexa B runs in with the Mac 10, he should be dead. Sunny's waiting close to the smoke. He does 90 damage, and then Alexa just turns around and 2 shots him with the Mac 10. And then Alu as well. You can see the hands. If you shoot hands, you get the kill, but it's not the guaranteed shot for Alu. He wants more of the body to step out, and in him being patient, it doesn't pay off. OG chase him. Nice exit for Aerial, but will have minimal consequences as the money is almost maxed out on MBK and Valdet. Alexi B even over 10k before the buy as well. So 7-1, Ence getting flustered in this map. And they're not exactly rich either. It might be worth going for a half buy. You could justify the full investment, but it would delay your AWP by another couple of rounds. Aerial can drop over a gun. We'll see what Ence decide to do. Pistols and armor with some grenades is probably the right call here. OG, they've installed a good bit of loss bonus in them at least. 3 in a row now. Yeah, that's a question, Harry. It's like, where do Ence go from here? Do you want to go back to heavy B early? Do you want that banana control that bad?
That's the coolest thing about how this game is shaped up, right? Because if you're Ence, like, you're perfectly aware that you're getting read like a book right now. And so it's like, how do you even remedy that? You know, is the answer to take more risks or less risks? Because if anything, they just tried a round where they tried to take less risks. They played more standard. They played 2 players at B. They even had a fast rotation in Alu. He was already there to help when the execute came in, and they still got wrecked. And so that's where now, like, for Ence, your problem-solving skills have just got to be impeccable, because OG is seemingly aware, you know, well, they're the ones creating the problems, right? That's why they are so aware of it. So you need to immediately try and get this back under control. Because remember when Ence kind of hit that flow state back on Dust 2, and they were just reading OG. They were taking all these aggro peaks. OG are now in that same position, and we knew that OG back on Dust couldn't put a stop to Ence when they were there. Ooh. Oh dear, bit of damage for Alexa B through the spam spot. Already that sent these 2 players out of the apartments, and MBK will capitalize, deals with Aerial, and as though they needed anything else to go their way, they're starting this round with quite the advantage.
Yeah, for a T side, it's pretty bang on so far.
Yeah, it doesn't get much better than this. And OG on the one round where Ence are like, okay, let's, you know, we got pistols and one going, let's feel it out, let's see what happens, try and take apps. Get some banana grenades in. They had 3B early. OG just hold. They've had the most slow passive round, not even committing to any part of the map. They've left 1 at B, and that's where Ence have gambled in this 2-on-5, trying to pick up guns, but not going to be allowed. Valdet with 1. The trade is in, and Sonny's got an AK, but that's all he can muster. Maybe best to save, and OG are already sending out Alexa B. Or rather, Alexi B is sending out himself to hunt this one down, to take it into his own hands, and he might have to. Sonny, oh dear, he's been spotted, running back to Banana. Is is there to put a bow on things, just going right through the smoke as well, running into Sonny, who will get the kill, and now has a path of escape. You see MBK goes back towards A in case the bomb is left open, and Sonny jump shot, as you would expect by Alexi B.
Yep.
8 rounds for OG, great stuff.
One-man search party, Hugo. He sent himself. It's apparent he didn't need anyone else. Peter are going to have a field day with that one. That was uncalled for. Oh, look.
Hey, it's you, Trace.
I know that guy in the top right.
What's going on there? Hey.
Man, I tell you what, like, one of the things that is cool in, like, this Alexa B versus his old Finnish brothers matchup is that I'm very, very happy that it's not like some huge performance from someone like Valdet, Issa, Mantu that's like getting them all these rounds. It is the cooling from Alexa B that is just outmaneuvering Ence right now. Like, that's a very cool storyline in this Fin-on-Fin matchup.
Okay, a bit more in the tank for OG here. Long smokes, they deny mid-info, they keep 3 on A, and they go back to B with a bomb. Still 2 in ult, so this is far from a commitment yet. You typically want 4 in B with an ult lurk, with an apps lurk in the form of Issa right now, making noise and dropping out. And still denied that long info. Alu goes back in as the smoke fades. And now Ence, no, the mid's open. But the gamble is, do you want to call the rotate yet? They drop mollies at B to deny aggression. Ence OG try and keep them out themselves by throwing more Molotovs back. And Alu, he probably wants to rotate at this point, but he also doesn't want to be the reason that A gets lost. And OG, they don't like signaling this B execute. They just hit it through the smoke with the flash on the first push, and they go. Yampi immediately domed by MBK. Fantastic entry. Sonny going to spray the smoke, but his traces give him up. And MBK, that's the double down that OG needed to open up B. And Ence, all in the while, are saving. There's nothing they can do. B was lost so quickly, and that's why I like to watch OG take this B bomb site. You know, there's nothing worse than playing a pug and calling a B rush, and you kind of going one by one, flashing your players back in as the smokes come down. No, OG don't do any of that. They just go, okay, we got one flash, and we're going to rush it, and they hit their entries every single time. So another strong B execute for OG, and Ence are already getting hunted.
Not another one, man. Why do we keep getting shown all this today? Please, someone go in and help it, man. It doesn't know. Oh, it's gone, isn't it? Well.
Harry, it's your favorite.
What's that?
Rotisserie chicken.
Yeah, man.
Been there since the beginning. Someone had to do it once today.
Yeah, you know, it's got to once a day.
Now look, man, if we could release like a bunch of wild halloumis onto the map and have them get crisped up by the bomb, all good.
Wild halloumis now.
Yeah,
also an image you can draw Harry's face on. Of course, I think that would be more like where the wild things are, kind of like sketch almost.
Deep smoke for Sergey, and it's a B rush. Oh, Yampi's here, and the smoke is good. It's blocked off OG, and the nades are following up. Spam through the smoke. Yampi even kills Alexi with a grenade, and that has not gone the way OG won. Walking into a triple B setup and getting blown out of the water. They do find one in response, but stuck in a 2-on-4. If OG win this 2-on-5, that is despicable. So, given the fact that they've got two 2-on-2s available, it's not out of the realms of possibility. What have we got here?
Oh, there's the peek from Alu, but he gets cut down. Aerial tries to catch the timing, but he's actually just missed it. They're now wrapping long. Will they be ready for a player at short side? Issa isn't considering it just yet, and so he will get blindsided, leaving it onto Mantu. In the 1v3, up into the graveyard he goes, looking for the first, but they all swing him together, and Ence are able to keep that one under control. It's 2 on the board for the Finns. And this little banana play put to a very abrupt end by Yampi and Sunny. So finally, Ence finds something that works, and it was just kind of answering the chaos and the aggression at banana with a bit of chaos and aggression at banana. They literally fought fire with fire, and they lived to tell the tale. Alexa B onto the Mac 10. See, he picks this up like all the time.
Yeah.
And I think that's one of the reasons why these explosive executes from OG are so damn good, is because like when your IGL's going in first, you can't exactly, you know, like cower back and let him do all the work. You have to join him. Now Aerial's apps push. This is going to find MB. MBK's not even considering it. MBK, ooh, he's just gone away, hasn't he? He's run the gauntlet. He doesn't know how close he just came to death, but it was right there. It's Sunny instead to find the first kill in the round. Alexa B will come in with a return, but Alu is already here at this B bomb site. Truthfully, Sergey's in a bit of a useless position right now, as this mid area has already been cleared. At this point, Ence know it's B, so they both begin the rotation. No one from OG is holding the back line. MBK does turn around and goes back for it, but it's left onto Alexa B. 1 versus 3, needs to ace versus his old teammates, and the nade gonna get the better of him as Ence now start to chain some rounds together.
I want to say, like, great ult push, but that peak, that play from Sunny was crazy. He re-aggresses into B without a flash, knowing OG are 5 there, and just takes a 1-for-1. He does get traded, running back by the Mac 10 through the smoke, but that kill, even though it's not massive in terms of like impact just off of you know, an opening kill, it stalls OG on the B play, it slows them down, and that makes that flank so much more valuable for them. Ence just come in behind, and Aerial slips the knife in the back. Oh, I love the aggression. Confident stuff for Ence. Finally taking some control away from OG, taking matters into their own hands, and finding a 3rd round off the back of it. Still 3 more, and OG have so much money, they're not going to be worried about buying back in. Can Ence keep this one up?
I saw that someone decided to draw Henry G as a horse and send him that.
Yeah, how'd that go?
He's just retweeted it. He said he feels like his life is just a series of unrelated wacky adventures.
Well, he's not entirely wrong. Spent some time around that guy, and I'm going to have to agree. Valde and Alexi B coming to life here, but it's Aerial. It's pushed down middle. Could have been the difference maker. Alexi B's too quick on the pivot. Look at Alu. 23 HP at the top of middle. Sergey, well, he's going to try to hold on to Banana, and he might just line him up. He's playing a pretty tight angle right here. MBK is going to peek out. That's the first one to fall with the bomb. Almost goes for the shot over the little wall. Ooh. And is able to take out 2 in his pursuit. Look at this. 23 HP versus 10 HP, and it's Mantu getting the bomb planted inside of this B bomb site. Alu rotating through CT spawn. Let's see how it goes.
Yeah, it's the 2 usual scopy boys left alive. Mantu on the side of OG, but only running the AK here versus Alu. And this AWP now in the hand of Alu isn't as ideal as it might look, right? He's looking for the USP kill.
Mollies and smokes on both players.
Yeah, and honestly, it's Alu that's going to really benefit here. Now, the Molotov can deny that defuse, so if Alu gives too much time over, or if he uses his smoke for anything other than the bomb, which he's done, so that's totally fine. He's all safe from the molly, but is he safe from the spray?
What?
Oh, dear!
No!
Oh, no, Mantu shoots around him in the perfect circle, it feels like, hitting everywhere, apart from Alu. Deary me, how's that happened? Oh, it's like those outlines at like crime scenes. That's what was just drawn around Mantu there, but with bullets. Or around Alu, rather.
What a disaster.
And that's all made happen by Sergey doing all the damage and finding 2 kills at the top. He forces Mantu into a safe post plant and not getting the reload off as well. He didn't even have a full mag to spray down through the smoke. So, oh dear, that's a clutch that OG really could have used. But hey, Ence are down. They're not out. 4 rounds rather, 2 left of the half. They're looking to salvage this CT side. They might just be able to. No more abs pushing this time as T's take control once again. Alu all playing ult, but nothing to be seen. He goes back to long. Ence with 2 at the top of B and a re-smoke in front of the car. OG, if they want this banana, it's not going to come to them for free. But I will say that as the same time, there's no more utility left for Ence. They've just put their last bit down on that B bomb site. Sunny has a flash, that's it. So they could regress, but other than that, not a lot of options available at B. And OG still have the bomb and banana, putting pressure on A, but walking back down middle. Oh dear, early smoke on B might keep them here. Ence play for the sandbags. It's a good call considering the lack of utility, but they could get mollied out of these positions. MBK has one available. Does he save it? Does he use it right when OG need?
Oh no, the timing! They both turn away! And Sunny, he's dropped the bomb with that kill there. Follows up onto MBK. And that is a disaster. OG, they just felt the winds change. They were about to go back to join their teammates at A. And Sunny catches the ideal timing. Now, for OG, there's no choice but to commit to B. This wasn't even where they wanted to go. And so now their hands are tied. They do get past Yampi. Alu is the only man to hold on. And as the smoke blooms, he does deal with Alexa B. This bomb plant is going to come in now for Mantu. He's going to get it down with just enough time. In through the smoke, but the bomb is down. And Issa is just too far away. Try as he might, there's no win in this round. Alu gets it locked in. It's 5 on the board. And once again, Alu and Sunny, the saviors for Ence.
Wow. And Alu just pushes straight into it's almost a it's a non-respect factor. He just runs through the smokes. He's just going for it at this point, and it's working out for him.
Yeah, what a great play as well. The risk of going through before the bomb plant comes in is that, you know, you could get dropped, and there's already Issa on the lurk getting kills as well. That round could, in theory, fall at the last second, but giving away the bomb plant while Issa's too far away, well, Alu just sticks the bomb and gets away with the round. So nice stuff. Dear, oh dear, that was crazy. I can't believe the timing of OG turning around, going back to A right as Ence go for the peak at top B as well. That's just so unfortunate. And this has been kind of the same as the last map, right? It was a strong start for OG. They had control. Ence found 4 or 5 rounds in a row to patch up the half. And then they went on a huge streak in the second. Now the sides are flipped. Keep that in mind. But Ence are doing the same. This has been 4 in a row for the Finns. Back to banana. Alu naded out. Molly to follow. But OG are not rushing the banana. They know these nades have been very, very high impact for Ence. And so they'll take their sweet time. Still some grenades left on this B bomb site for Ence to throw in as well, plus a smoke to delay the play, but OG on about delaying, they're about committing, and they might just do that with 5 players up top B. Sunny going aggressive with nades out. Oh dear, the quick switch is late, and Alu comes in with an AWP shot, but he's so blind, he's got to give up the site. The molly comes down, and OG cross towards Coffin. Alu needs a shot, and he's hit it as well. The bomb is here, but so are Ence. A fast rotation. Issa holding the flank. There's no one coming in through mid. All of them in CT. Alu keeping the pressure on by flashing them in, and Errol goes right through that deep CT smoke. There's no one there to stop him. OG are yet to plant, and they need to do it soon before the smoke fades.
There goes that smoke. It's going away right now. They do get the bomb planted just in the nick of time. It's Mantu that does it. And MBK on the swing. He's going to take out Ariel, but still in a 2-3. I say that. It goes down to a 1-on-3. Issa left in the clutch. 14 HP on Alu. 73 on Sergey, and a free defuse in the last round of the half here for Ence, who make it look relatively easy, stringing together a few rounds. 9-5 turns into 9-6, and we go away for a break. We come back with the second half of play here for Inferno. You're watching the ESL Pro League.
Introduce me, I'm the renegade. Ooh, every single night, I crave the taste. It's the adrenaline running through my gate. It gets me high, high, high. Got no time to waste. Ain't got time for small talk. I tell you the truth. I'm after you. I'ma tell you the truth. Not in it to lose, just after you. Look into my eyes, I'm not afraid.
We come back for the second half of play here. Ence, OG, towing it out, or battling out rather, not towing it out. Not really sure what that means, but 9-6. Here we are nonetheless, and it's Ence that have rallied back a little bit here at the end of the first half. We're going to see if they can put up a pistol round on the board. Welcome back, everybody. The Pro League, brought to you by ESL and Hugo Byron, of course.
Yeah, hand in hand, synonymous. as they are. 5 rounds, of course. 5 rounds in a row for Ence to finish out that half. That's how they pulled it back on Dust with a great CT side in the second. But now they're on the T side. Now they got to do the heavy lifting themselves. And OG 3 towards B. Ence in ult. They've made the right call so far, but do they know it? 2 on the short side, backing up already. Ence have taken long for free. That's great real estate. They're not going to wrap CT. It's the bomb going short into this A site. Crossfire for the pit and the site, but Issa is getting run by the Glocks, and MBK with 2 in the pit before he falls as well. Really good hold. MBK showing up in this series right now, but there's still going to have to be a retake for OG. They have no kit available. Mantu on the Julies. Valdi's been tapped out. Alexi's got a flash, and he will find one, but now tucked in is Sunny and Alu trying to hold on.
And they're not giving anything over. OG are waiting for a fight that is never going to arrive. Mantu back on the dual Berettas, trying to clear the site and taps down Sunny. Alexi follows up. And my goodness. OG able to get back into that pistol round after all. It looked like it was too far gone.
Yeah, some facing in the post bomb there for Ence, but the Julies, Mantu plays USP to hold for the pit peak, and then he goes, no, Alexi, you hold my pit. I'm going to take the Julies, and I'm going to kill the site player. And he does exactly that. Alexi has the cover on the swing from Sunny, or Alu, I think it was. Yeah, great round for OG. It's a bit of a ball dropped there for Ence, but it's certainly made possible by MBK finding 2 from the pit. A pistol for OG. Again, this is exactly how Dust went. OG, they still won the pistol. They still went 11-7 up. And then we had a flawless comeback from Ence. I don't know if that one is going to happen here. Looks a little harder, but got to start the same. OG looking for their pistol conversion. Should come here. Ence have not much to show for it. Deegs, bit of Kev. Up in the apps. 4 on A as well. OG moving a player over to allow Alexi to solo B. Somehow Sunny lives to tell the tale. The nade for Mantu could be good, but he's been dinked and re-peeked by Alu. Lovely grenade, but there's the swing from that late long rotate coming through for Valdi. He finds 3 with a double HE. So that rotate, huge benefit for OG as now they have the bomb and the round locked in. Sunny gets a nice little D shot, but it won't be anything more. OG 11-6, keeping the M4, and Ence coming in with a buy round. And I said this at 11-7 last time, I'll say it again, it's do or die for Ence. They've got to find rounds here and now, or OG could be taking us to Mirage.
Yeah, we need those answers, and we need them quick. A lot of utility exchanged over here at Banana to begin the round. And a very heavy B presence from OG, but they've decided now to rotate players back on the back of not really seeing anything over towards Banana. And there are still Ence guys moving up into this position. Long smoke gets thrown over by Sunny. Flashes out the rest of the gang into the top of middle. But this is looking like a pretty standard kind of fake to throw in, right? You take this top mid control, you have OG cowering back in the bomb site, and then you set up in towards B, knowing that these 3 players here on A are going to be a little ways away from a rotation. Could even be a CT wrap as well.
Oh, that's a missed smoke. That's a massive gap as Issa, he has more room to see than even before. And that's going to throw a bit of a spanner in the works for Ence now. Still tucking into A or OG though. Issa goes back into the site. And so this long wrap, this CT play is available for Ence, although they don't know. This is a weird round, but Ence, they should be able to get this B flank in right here, right now. OG expecting it. You can see Valde going back towards CT to check for it. Sunny makes it through, and it all feels too good to be true. Here he is, nonetheless, alongside Alu. Ariel trying to sell the A fake. He has no more grenades, though. Sergey pressuring a B with a bomb as well. Valde tuck tree. He's out in the open. They completely discount the CT spawn. They forget about it. And now Alexi B has to do everything against his former team. Back at the site. M4, he could drop the bomb with 10 seconds to spare. Sergey gone. Alexi goes back for more, but he does fall. And Issa kills the lurker. Does that tempt OG? As this is a long rotation back to B.
Yeah, that's the only problem, right? They've got to be very, very fast here on the OG side. And they do have a bit of a buffer. They look like they're pretty keen to give this a look in. And with Sunny so deep in CT spawn, he might be a ways away. So like temporarily there's a 3-on-2 in the site, but that smoke goes down at the top of Banana. And that might be where you call it if you're OG. They back on out. They give over a 7th to Ence. We wanted to see some answers from the Finns, and they immediately provide.
That they most certainly do, Harry. Like a bolognese with ricotta cheese in it. Just providing. So just like we all predicted, Ence 2-0. I mean, you guys did predict big in this game. I don't even know why you did that, but...
Predicted big, did we?
Yeah, it was weird. I don't know why y'all did that, but whatever.
A big OG game, dude. We're all ready for it. And Ence, they're ready to pull this comeback. No way that this one is... It's like the script writers, have they gone down the same route again? The same 2 maps back to back? The same comeback for Ence? Is it going to be that easy? OG don't want it to be. They've got more grenades up top. Banana. Powder with the Molotov. That'll force Yampi in, more likely than not. He's trapped. The smoke goes down, and he does hit the shot. Alexi trades, but he can't hang around forever. The smoke on the floor, and Alu can even pick it up. That's a free bit of utility there. OG with a rotate on Mantu. Alu can't tuck in this corner. The molly might get him. It's very close. That re-smoke. That says no to Ence. They have to hold on for a little bit more. Backside boost. Double smoke execute. Do they commit though? It looks seems to be the case. Molly down. Mantu, is he going to get broken? He's not. He's above the flames and firing down, led into the bodies. He's got 2 in the face. Alu trades 30 seconds for the plant. More than enough time. OG have a long rotation to make though. It's an open plant. Not really for the Banana. And that could be a bit of a problem as Sunny goes on this long wrap for CT. Oh my, Ence are mega braining this round. They're sending Sunny right behind. Full confidence, full focus, and he's got the right play as well. Alu just has to buy time. He has a molly. If he drops it in CT, that could stall OG for long enough. Sunny started to walk as the plant is open to him, and he can take his sweet time to activate. They're not going to be ready for it. Oh boy, this is massive.
Yeah, it's about to get the lesser end of the draw. I say that. MBK is able to take out Alu before Issa. So MBK is going to tap the bomb.
He's
Are
on
we going to
top.
have one of those situations yet again? Yes, we are. Sunny is not going to find the shots necessary through the smoke, and MBK picks up a defuse.
He gets on top of the fountain, right? He's on the ledge, and so he's above the shots that Sunny's taking. He's looking for a crouch player, but MBK is flying high in the sight. As was Mantu with his double from New Box. That's such an awkward way to lose the round for Ence there. Alu, he had MBK looking the wrong way to the backside, but he misses his shot from Pool. If he gets that kill, that's the round locked in for Ence, surely. But, oh, I love the play. I love the idea. But the smoke on the bomb and the ledge spot from MBK, he really has it great in this series today.
Yeah, Alu goes for an aggressive peek in middle. It's going to cost him about all of HP. All of it. Valde. Didn't look to slow down until there was a response from Ence, and finally it's come through in the form of 3K. Map control very weird at this point. In a 2-on-2.
Oh no, MBK is going to turn his back to Sunny, but he might drop the bomb instead. It's a good trade, but will he end up dead off this repeat? No, dodging out. Bomb is secured. A is empty, and Sunny's realized that fact as well. He's going to run right in. He has all the time in the world to plant wherever he wants and go wherever he can. And backing up towards short side to play the bomb. MBK low in apartments. Issa running in through middle. Sunny avoiding the boiler. And waiting. How long will he wait though? Oh, he just turns and then... that's like Counter-Strike timing 101. Turns from Issa in mid, gets shot at, peeks MBK, turns back to Issa, MBK shoots him. Like, no getting out of there alive. No winning in that round. And some really close ones for Ence, but this comeback is not materializing. It's OG building and building on the CT side. Back-to-back rounds.
Yeah, and Ence, they're walking on seashells at this point. So everything just kind of stings a little bit when you're walking through here. You're not finding the rounds you need. Back to the fan cams we go. Those guys down there in the loge seating, not to be confused with the doge seating. That's where the dogs are sitting. So you're not welcome there. If you can hear me and understand me, you aren't. Speaking of being welcome, Ence haven't welcomed themselves into a bomb site here in the past round. Perhaps they can do it this round. Sergey on the Mac. Excuse me, Mac. What am I saying? The Tech 9. How could I ever betray you? Sorry, Tech 9.
OG have given them a lot of mid control on the CT side, but it's not really come back to bite them other than that CT flank round. Not the one that Sunny lost, but the one Ence wrapped into B and caught Valde by tree. Luckily, the orb's posted up again. This time the smoke comes down. Hopefully it will land as Mantu has open season. He's going to drop a nade, and they're already out past it. Does do some damage to spray as well. Aerial perishing in the fire. And Ence, they still want this A site.
You can't always have what you want, and East is ready to teach them that the hard way. Nades Yampy out of the round as well. Just the remaining 3 for Ence trying to teeter their way back into this site. Holding down the long side is Valde, or Alexa B rather. Valde's actually all the way over at B, couldn't have been more wrong. He deals with Alu. Doesn't see that the other 2 have crossed, but they go back for him, and Sunny misses the timing. So now they know that players are up through long, and everyone inside of the site is just hiding, not even prepared to give a peek over. Sergey, wrapping CT, he faces the same fate that Alu did in that position. And so OG take 14, now just 2 away from locking us in to a 3-map affair. And I kind of hope they do. I kind of hope we get to see the best that this series has to offer.
I don't even know that it's a matter of hope and what you want or wish for. It just seems like it's inevitably going to happen at this point. OG just keep stringing rounds together. Money should be good enough to get them across the line. Meanwhile, for Ence, not so easy.
Hippity hoppity, get off my property, but Sunny, he's spamming back through the apartments.
I like that one.
Damage done. Issa does finish off Aerial. And OG, they win the Apps fight. They win the advantage early. They've had everything going for them in the CT side other than 1 round for Ence. Re-aggression at B. Coming through the molly, and they can't see. Ence had to go up and past the smoke that gets thrown down by Alexi. Valde with a double, and Alu with the orb should be able to trade. That's B open for the taking, but a big clutch, a 1-on-3, a 4K for Alu. All of these things are needed if he wants to keep Ence in this map.
I think you've given me the perfect doormat, Hugo. Hippity hoppity.
Alu doesn't know about the second man, and Issa just swings him from the logs. Man, oh, we just went into Alu's groin. Wouldn't be the first time that that's been shown to the world now. It's 15 on the board for OG. And map point now.
Really broaching topics here that we weren't expecting to have to answer to. And by say we, I mean Harry. And I am not officially affiliated with him in any official capacity therein after.
Officially.
He is a standalone component, and he makes his own decisions as a human being.
Half horse, half man. Another horse.
If I could be any bean, I'd be a kidney bean, man. They're pretty good.
I think I'd rather be edamame.
Edamame?
It's like basically soybean, right? So
yeah. I don't know, man. Overhyped. But let's see. And is this comeback story overhyped? It certainly feels like it could be. I mean, not that we've been hyping it up massively. Maybe for good reason. OG.
Oh, dear.
Spam damage for Alexa B. Brings Yampy down to 1. That nade.
0.
Oh, dear. He's alive. He's still going.
1.
Yampy, the man who refused to die. Is that the story that will be peddled? Is he still sticking around at the top of Banana? The rest of Ence have tried to take this map control over in the top of mid. And Yampy did take 1 to the grave with him, so really he kind of did better than you were hoping for there. While this is happening, Aerial's cleared out the top of mid. The rotations are a bit all over the place right now for OG as they got caught in that period of adjustment. And so for Valde and Mantu, these guys were over towards that B site thinking it was still going to be a B play. Well, now this bomb goes down over an A, and they're left in a retake that you know, might not feel that tempting.
Especially given the parameters of the game at its current state, right? I mean, if you're OG, you can afford to lose a few rounds and not rush this whole concept that we're on 15 and eventually that final round will go our way. But Ence, on the other hand, it will be a tooth and nail affair all the way to the very, in what seems like bitter end. We go 15-8 on the back of this round. And I also just want to say I'm very proud of all of you that submitted drawings of Harry as a horse. I think that was really well done. Also, Kanye West has gone a little wild on Twitter. Just want to throw that out there. Y'all can take it as you will. Hugo, just down on the sidelines with a report.
Hi, guys. Hugo, courtesy of Twitter.com here. Yeah, that's all I got to say.
Well, an informative report. We're going to go ahead and take it back from our reporter. Thank you so much, Hugo. Tactical timeout from OG.
Ooh.
Music, albeit a little bit delayed, but that's fine. The sentiment is there, the feeling, the expression, the emotion, all that.
And this is a long road back to recovery, though, right? They may have found one round, they may have patched the bleeding, but...
Yeah, it's a long road, and we're not even going to Rio.
Wow, Trace, you really have to do them like that?
Well, I mean, nobody's going to Rio, so...
It's the rodeo to Reno as OG back up B with 3.
The Nevada Major now, really.
Oh, see ya.
Nice catch, Alexi.
Oh dear. Valder,
go.
he's so screwed. They flashed him off. He somehow lived to tell the tale, and he does have MBK now here to back him up. And an MBK who's been having a great game at that, but MBK's like, nah, you'll be fine, and just rotates away. Good thing he was right. MBK reading into this one. He's already back towards the A site. They didn't see anything else happen at B after those nade kills came in. And so OG have just gamble stacked 4 at A. This is kind of genius. They've got a good chance here despite losing Alexi early on.
Oh, they're moving behind the long smoke, though. They just mollied it, so he's got to run right back. He's got one of his own, but Alu's already through in the jump. How does Alu win that? I don't know. 2 on the long side, but MBK's flash and getting spammed from apps, and Alu is just drawing attention, drawing distraction as the short players come through. As he gets 1 doubles, drops the bomb, but he can't hold on, and Ence will win the round. Sunny with 3 from the balcony. And yeah, okay, slow and steady wins the race. Sure, Ence are getting rounds, but it's up against 15. You know at any point it can slip through your fingers. OG's money slipping through theirs, though. 2 players with cash and 3 with not. Or without, rather. Bit of an eco, bit of a drought for OG. Someone's got to water those plants, Trace.
Yes, sir. And you've got to keep your fish watered.
Ooh.
2 things you can't let go in a drought. Alu's working his way up middle. This is AWP primed towards the porch side. Ariel's going to be spotting from the left. So they're going to get mid control for ease. And that's going to be some pistols for OG that have to do anything. They have to have any sort of stance or answer in this round with 3 of them posted up over there towards the B site.
They're playing this little bait and switch down in the pit, which I do love. You know, like Mantu, he's just going to fight till the death, most likely. They want him to die and get away with something because now they won't be considering that there's still a little sneaky MBK here.
Oh, they're going to
However, they checked it, they saw him, and now they know there's a little sneaky MBK there. They deal with him, and the bomb goes down. For the rest of OG, prepare to watch as you see 3 men sat, unmoving, trying to hold on to pistols.
Now that is the Counter-Strike El Clasico.
It's the El Clasico of Inferno. You know, this is a frequent sight to see, and it's a sad one, but it's the reality you're left with. Ence now getting 10 on the board. Okay, like, I wasn't really believing in this comeback, but piece by piece, they've started to find their footing. The only downside is when you're up against 15, all it takes is for like 1 big play to come through or 1 tiny mistake to happen. And suddenly, you know, you're looking at Mirage, you're thinking about that third map. The one thing that is going in favor of Ence is that they're kind of the masters of the money right now. They're able to keep OG in this situation where they lean towards saves, where they have to, you know, if they lose everyone, they have to just partially invest and then wait for a buy. And, you know, you can close this 5-round gap pretty quickly if everything goes right, but that's a pretty big if.
Five up for OG, 5 chances to take us to Mirage. Ence look for overtime. Alu with the AWP back up B. The money is good for OG, and they've got grenades. 4 CTs here. Alexi catches one again. Does he really want to hang out in the same spot that he died last? Yampy. Oh dear, that molly's going to send them back, not forward, and so they will live to fight another day. Still with grenades to play with. Yampy getting caught by Bowden. Behind the Molotov, couldn't be seen, and he runs back with his life intact. That's a big opening kill for OG and what could be the final round of play here on Inferno if they have their way. Another molly back up B for Ence. But it's a boost up in the site. OG playing things standard, playing things safe as they have this man advantage. No reason to offer up more kills. Mantu has short with the AWP. And this is a very difficult hole to dig yourself out of if you're Ence, right? Look at the B setup. OG are playing retake. They're like, you want B? Have it. And we'll come in with 5 alive to retake the round. Pharaoh goes up short through that smoke. Mantu's going to be ready. Re-smoke of B, but it's only a fake. Trying to get utility out of OG as Ence come through long. Will this be the CT wrap? If so, Valdi's ready.
The bomb is still in T-spawn, though. They've got to go back and get that, and I think that what Alu has been dispatched to do. He'll grab it, but this doesn't leave Ence with a lot of time. They need every duel to go in their favor, and right now, it's not the start they were looking for. Aerial will trade, but there's still 2 players here waiting at this B site. Alexa B has to watch CT, and he can't. 20 seconds, and Issa still alive, still a bit of a danger. Now, the bomb plant will come through. There's nothing Issa can do about that, but he is still here, ready and raring to go in the retake. And man up for OG. We need Alu and Sergey now to show up more than ever.
MBK just baiting, trying to force a shot, trying to find out where one of these 2 players are. But at this point, OG know they're both trapped in the site with nowhere to go, nowhere to hide. Sergey has to win that fight. He can't, and Alu falls swiftly after MBK with a closer, and it's with a double inside of the B-bomb site. OG, they're going to find their map pick in this series. It's made it a spicy one. It's made it a 3-mapper, and Mirage is where we close things out. Do join us for it. You don't want to commit to 2 maps of Counter-Strike and not watch the third. What are you made of? Come back in a minute for the 3rd map of the series.